Kelly Molise. I'm a rising senior at Loyola University, and I study Women and Gender Studies, Spanish, and International Studies with a minor in Latin American Studies. I'm interested in community organizing, and I'm passionate about women's advocacy because I believe that female friendship and solidarity is powerful and radical, and it's through that solidarity that real change happens in our community. When I'm not at Women Employed, I'm binge watching Netflix, at a protest rallying for racial or gender equality, or in the pottery studio.
Hi y'all, I'm Sabrina Rivers. I'm majoring in accounting. I'm going to USC in the fall, and I hope to be a nonprofit accountant once I finish my degree. I'm passionate about women's advocacy because as a young child, I was struck about the daily identities I saw my mother and my grandmother face. And what struck me with the most is how those daily identities and those laws were accepted and rationalized. And I knew that when I grew to be their age, I may face the same identities they face, but I wanted to lay down the groundwork so people after me would question how could those things be accepted and how could those identities ever been tolerated. In my free time, I'm a complete political nerd. I practically live on political blogs and political Twitter. I write horror stories and I do extensive research for those horror stories. So those are basically the things I do in my free time.
Hi, my name is Grace. I'm a rising junior at Tufts University, majoring in American Studies and minoring in dance. And I'm interested in doing nonprofit policy work. I feel like I've already gained a lot from the summer leadership program. I mostly just gained a lot of confidence in my abilities to be a change maker. It's just really been inspiring for me to be able to meet and talk with all these really successful women that I feel truly believe in us and really just want to see us succeed. When I'm not at the summer leadership program, you can probably catch me working at Dairy Queen or just hanging out with my friends around the city.
My name is Beth Sousa. I'm a senior at Aurora University. My major is in social work with a specialization in addictions, and I want to become a social worker. I'm passionate about working with women's advocacy because women make up over half of the population. I grew up with a very strong working mother, and what's good for women is good for everyone. And like Hillary Clinton said, women's rights are human rights. When I'm not working at the summer leadership program, I'm probably watching a movie. Because I feel like the kind of movies people like are very telling to who they are as a person and their personality. So my favorite movie is Breakfast at Tiffany's, and the best movie I've ever seen is Psycho, which obviously are very two different movies.
My name is Wanda Bruno. I'm going into DePaul University with a major in psychology with hopes to open up my own nonprofit organization that's going to represent marginalized groups in society.
What I have gained from the summer leadership program is great professional networks and meeting new people and more insight into the nonprofit world and my role in social justice.
When I'm not at a summer leadership program, I'm out with my son making plans. When we sing, we're having summertime fun. We going all night long.
My name is Veronica Casillas, and I am going to be a senior at DePaul University this year. And my career area of interest is in healthcare, so either public health or nursing. What I have gained from the summer leadership program is an insight into the inequalities that women face every day. Growing up, I was pretty sheltered about a lot of things, and I think my bubble kind of bursted when I read the Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Perkins Gilman in high school. So I think that the summer leadership program definitely gave me an opportunity to help women and especially help change the way that women are treated in our society. When I'm not working at the summer leadership program, I like to run, I like to find new places to eat, I also enjoy reading, and I like spending time with my family.
My name is Byron, and I'm a senior at Loyola University Chicago, majoring in communication. As an intersectional feminist and communication professional, I find culture and technological engagement exciting and dynamic. I am most passionate about women's advocacy, and I hope to have a career in the nonprofit world working with and for women. Through the Summer Leadership Program, I have gained a stronger understanding of the barriers facing low-paid working women and how nonprofit advocacy work can change public policies and workplace practices for women. When I'm not busy working at the Summer Leadership Program, you can find me reading comic books while cuddling with my 3 cats, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, and Rogue.
We are researching the practices implemented within the retail and food service sectors of individuals who experience unstable scheduling. We have done this by going out onto the streets to collect street surveys and phone interviews with potential candidates. Qualifying candidates are brought into the office for a formal interview, where we ask questions of their experiences with scheduling. What we have learned is the importance of bringing attention to this problem, because it is affecting women's advancement in education and ability to make sustainable wages to support a family.
Establishing pipelines is an essential part of a nonprofit. We were given the task of compiling data into 3 pipelines: promotion, councils and committees, and event volunteers. Through this project, we were able to support the engagement team by expanding Women Employees Network.
Cultivating meaningful and lasting relationships with summer leaders is very important to women employed. The Alumni Project is a way to strengthen women employees' relationships with past summer leaders while also connecting them with current summer leaders. To do this, we contacted alumni through provided phone numbers and emails to see what they have accomplished after leaving the program. We came up with a list of engagement strategies to connect alumni with current interns, like starting a mentorship program or having an alumni mixer. We're also creating a newsletter for donors and former interns about this year's program and its participants. Through the Alumni Project, not only is we cultivating and maintaining relationships with its previous interns, but also connecting generations of summer leaders and giving them a glimpse of the possibilities for their futures.
Plain giving is when donors to your organization make provisions for a nonprofit in their estate plans. Our overall goal for this project is to research how Women Employed promotes plain giving, and then research how other organizations that are similar in budget size promotes plain giving. During this project, we learned about just what plain giving was. We also learned about the interesting ways different organizations honor their plain givers, such as honoring them at annual dinners.
Communication is extremely important for women employed to engage with their supporters and connect with potential supporters. We were tasked with creating 2 unique blog posts regarding issues Women Employed works on that would be shared on Women Employed's website and social media channels. We were also tasked with creating and maintaining a 2016 Summer Leadership Program blog, which featured a new post by a summer leader each week. Throughout this project, we learned many technical skills such as framing a message, but we also learned about important issues like the stopgap budget and how it's affecting the people and programs of Illinois.
Career Foundations is an adult education program created by women employed in city colleges of Chicago. For our project, we are creating a video to tell the story of Career Foundations.
Beyond the actual content of our video, this project was really good practice for taking a lot of raw information and drawing out themes and key points and then compiling that into a cohesive story. Throughout this project, we got a really intimate look at what goes on into creating and implementing programs at Women Employed. And we also learned a lot about adult education in Chicago and the specific challenges adult learners face.